Society tells us that we need to be something in the world. We need to become somebody, and we need to succeed. We need to make money. We need to do well and achieve and just keep going, keep getting more and more of whatever it is that we want. And this is a part of the dream. This is a part of the illusion of separation. And it's totally fine. But when we find awakening, we go through a transition at some point where we see that it's actually painful trying to be something in the world, that it always leads to wanting more, to the hungry ghost where it's never enough, to filling this void within us of wanting, endless wanting, where we may get glimpses of happiness or fulfillment, but it's replaced immediately by wanting the next thing. And it starts to become painful. So when we were completely absorbed in the story, in the dream, we were just chasing that and just doing the same as everybody else, like we were taught to do. And we didn't even think about it. It just felt natural and perhaps even enjoyable. But as we start to wake up, it feels less enjoyable, to the point where it creates suffering to keep doing things in that way, to keep trying to become the next thing or the more popular thing or the more successful person. We start to realize that the more we try to be something, to be a person in a world, to become something, it actually ends in suffering for us. And so we stop trying to do that. And instead we see, what would it be like to be nobody? To actually give up that whole search for success and gratification in the outside world, and to put all that down and just be nobody. What would that be like? And we'll initially just start tapping into it, perhaps with some glimpses, where we see that to be nobody is actually where all the peace and happiness is. So it's almost like that saying, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Except do you want to be someone or do you want to be happy? So if you keep trying to be somebody in the world, it always leads to wanting more and to unhappiness and to suffering. But if we are just nobody, so we're still in the world, but we're not trying to become the next somebody. We're not trying to even be a person. We're just nobody. We're just awareness. And we're certainly operating. We're in the flow of life, but as nobody. Now, the separate self might think, well, that doesn't sound very good. And from the dream's perspective, from what we've been conditioned, what we've been told, that's what we've been trying to avoid, is being nobody. That's shunned in our modern society, to be lazy, to be not achieving, to be not successful, to not have money. Those people are shamed. So you can see through our conditioning, we are having to go against the norm, having to go against strongly what we've been told is normal and right. And so it may feel counterintuitive to what we've been told. But we can start to see that there is a path to genuine happiness that is not dependent on what is going on in your life, that is your natural resting state, that is accessible to you through not becoming or being somebody in the world, is through unbecoming, is through letting go of all the layers that make up that person and coming back to your natural state, which we could say as awareness, where you are nobody. There's no person. You're not a person. You are nobody. And yet you still function in the world very happily and at peace, without trying to become someone, without wanting, without seeking, without forcing, controlling. All of that is gone, and all that is left is peace and happiness. So to ask yourself, do I want to be something in the world? Do I want successes? Do I want riches? Is that what I want? Then I'd say stay in the dream. That's what you'll get out of the dream. Or do I want happiness? Do I want to feel fulfilled just by my existence without having to do anything? Do I want to feel a deep peace all of the time? What is my priority? What do I really want? Then you may be interested in leaning more towards awakening, in more towards letting go of what makes up the person and becoming nobody,